I don't think modern women today want Prince Charming.
Who do they want?
They want Superman. They want to take Superman and make him Clark Kent. But they just don't want Clark Kent. They want to tame Superman. They want to tame the alpha. They want the alpha to want them and only them in a monogamous relationship. If the option is, yo, I can go over here and go and see a Call of Duty LAN party with me and my partners for the rest of this Friday night and have a bang-up time shooting terrorists in the head versus going on a date with a modern woman today, these men are making rational decisions.
Who is more afraid of commitment in modern dating, men or women?
Women.
Women?
They're afraid of getting hurt. The pattern that we have created for ourselves ultimately, right? Dealing with situationships, things of that sort. If you've been dealing with a counterfeit so long, how do you recognize the real? Right? And so we're afraid to get ourselves emotionally involved and become vulnerable and intimate with someone because we don't know if it's the real deal, because we don't know and we've never been taught how to identify what the real is. So we're afraid because, like they said, when men are ready, period. They're committing. But now you look out and there's nothing to commit to.
Do you think women really can't tell the difference between a guy who's going to settle down and a guy who won't?
Agreed.
Or
In this day and
Good
age,
question, Pearl.
in this day and age,
especially when a lot of the guys tell the girls up front.
Like she said.
I'm just curious, out of the guys, just really quick, when you guys were in hoe phase of life, did you tell the girls?
How dare
Absolutely.
you? How dare you?
I was 100% honest. This is where I'm at in life, but they always try to change you.
Yeah.
Would they get mad later?
Yes.
MTR
You was
was,
baby girl.
was.
Huh?
Same thing.
R.
Same thing.
R was.
R in the face.
I've never had a whole face.
Okay.
I'm a nice
okay,
guy.
Angel.
Yeah. But I agree. I struggle with the term counterfeit because that assumes that a man is presenting himself as a husband candidate or relationship ready. I think oftentimes we see what we want to see and we blow past what they say and we end up hurting ourselves but blaming it on the men.
Do you think that's true or false?
I think that's true. I was thinking in terms of counterfeit relationships, not the men being counterfeits, right? They've dealt with so many situationships and things like that. They don't know what a real relationship looks like, right? So even when they have trust issues, right?
So what do you mean they don't know what a real relationship looks like? They've never seen a real relationship?
Precisely.
Daddy issues.
Daddy issues, trust issues. And to Camille's point, all of her friends, right? She'll have a real conversation with them. And then 2 weeks later, they're talking back to the same guy. Why? Because you know what it's about. Why do you keep availing yourself to that process? Why do we keep going in these circular motions? Because it's comfort with being hurt, right? It takes some level of vulnerability, trust, healing to make ourselves available for something new and different. And because we're unfamiliar with what that new is going to be, sometimes we're too afraid to open ourselves up to that, to explore.
I disagree. I think we know. We just don't want what we really should have. I think we want to force what we want on someone else when if we're just supposed to be in a regular relationship, we have a hard time accepting that. I think that's more of what it is. I disagree that it's
Why? Who do you want? Like Prince Charming or something?
I think every girl does. I mean, that's how we're socialized. But I think the problem is, like you all said, we all grew up before the internet. We were able to look at pop culture or entertainment and say, oh, that's a great show. And it ended there. I never in my wildest dreams expected that I would be driving a luxury car in my 20s or having elaborate dates. Like that was not the real world, but somehow the lines have been blurred because of culture, because of moms, because of whatever. And now we think what we see out there is what we're supposed to be living over here. And
100%.
I don't think modern women today want Prince Charming.
Who do they want?
They want Superman. They want to take Superman and make him Clark Kent. But they just don't want Clark Kent. They want to tame Superman. They want to tame the alpha. They want the alpha to want them and only them in a monogamous relationship. They don't want Prince Charming off of deck. I go over on my channel time and time again. Good guys, nice guys, pedestalizing them, being simps, giving them the world, and then they get upon. They don't want Prince Charming. They want Superman to convert him into Clark Kent.
And then how often does that happen?
Russell Wilson.
There you go. One.
Ciara's prayer. Meanwhile, she's still up in the Oscars half-ass naked.
That's right.
The nerve of you, Ciara. Grow up. You're a mother. Times 2
Can I
or
just
3.
say Savannah James looked like...
We should be
it was
talking about Savannah
glorious.
James
She
way
looked
more
like
than Ciara.
Yeah, let's not... Savannah James was the standard on that Oscars red carpet. She owned it. It was hers. She looked like a bride all over again. And I'm
Why
so
can't
proud
we
of her.
promote
And
this
I
more?
love her. And I think she is... Every woman needs to be following her because she is the epitome of femininity and a wife and just being quiet and but just...
She was
so
elegant.
powerful. It just seeing her, I showed my daughters her, and I just said, and I compared her to all the other women that was on the red carpet, and my daughters were just like, they themselves. I said, "What do you think?" They said, "Savannah James just looks like, I mean, like a queen, like just like they were just like, is she getting married again? Like are they renewing their vows because she just." Excellence and even how she conducts her family. She is, we need to stop talking about the negativity, I think, so much and focus on the women who are doing it right. Because I don't think they get enough of their flowers and women like that who are really doing what they should do. But shout out to Savannah James. I just have to say, if you guys haven't seen her, she just looks, go to her Instagram, follow her if you can.
For those that don't know,
She
Savannah
is
James
bad.
is LeBron James' wife.
She
So she came out to the Oscars with a crazy-looking gown
Left no
out.
crumbs. No crumbs.
In contrast to Russell Wilson's wife, Ciara.
Chain link
So
fence.
here's the thing, and I got to do a better job of this on my channel as well, is to continue to promote the Savannah James, continue to promote women such as like Alicia Keys, continue to promote women that I think would be a fantastic example of how to demonstrate yourself out in the public. We give way too much credence and relevance to the ones that they don't cook, they don't clean, or the ones that promote this independent lifestyle. What's so crazy is that if you look back to like Beyonce, who was creating independent women at the same time of being married to Jay-Z, these famous women don't care about y'all. They appropriated being strong and independent for the dollar. And y'all don't hold them accountable, but y'all hold us accountable.
Actually,
Y'all hold Kevin
recently,
accountable.
They did with
Y'all
Ciara.
hold Pearl accountable.
They did with
Y'all hold
Ciara.
Melanie accountable. Y'all hold Sarah accountable. You hold Maggie, the substitute teacher, accountable. That's who y'all hold accountable, but not the ones that lied to y'all. It makes fundamentally no sense to me. But at the same time, modern women don't hold modern women accountable.
Competition.
Who do you think is more afraid of commitment, men or women?
Personally, I think women.
Women?
I think it's a strange one because both sides can be scared of commitment, but I think in the past, women wanted to be more committed. Speaking to my grandparents, great-grandparents, they always talked about growing up, how important it was that they found a man, go dancing with them, marry him, settle down, have kids. But these days now, I think women are too scared for commitment because they want to be independent and be their own boss, their own future. And I think they always get maybe too scared to rely on a man's money these days.
What do you think? Who's more afraid of commitment, men or women?
I think men, if you want to define commitment as marriage, I think men making rational decisions regarding long-term commitment should be doing so and understanding the potential negative repercussions for choosing incorrect. If you choose the incorrect woman, that'll be one of the worst decisions that you ever make in your life. Why? Because men feel the brunt of making an incorrect decision. If you decide on a woman who wants to false allegate, you suffer the consequences. There's no such thing as false allegations when it comes to man on woman. If you decide to wake up on your head every single day and you look to the right of you and on your pillow is a terrorist that makes your life a living hell, you're still guilty until proven innocent. I think at the end of the day, in understanding the negative repercussions in the family court system, in understanding what is going to happen to you if you're the breadwinner, with alimony, with the child, men are just making rational decisions regarding commitment. But at the same time, men today have so many other options within that. And this is the scary thing. If you look in a culture such as Japan, which has a rapidly decreasing birth rate, and the level of technology that Japan has actually is more than the United States. You could be in an elevator 5 floors down in a parking deck and still get cell phone reception in Japan. But they utilize technology to the point where you can be in Japan and they have hug parlors. Because men might need affection and then they can just go get a hug. To say that that will not be a reality within our modern culture today, within America, within North America, within Western cultures, is not far outside the reality. And I think that's something that has to be assessed.
They can buy used panties out of a vending machine.
Wow.
They can buy bathroom.
In
Japan.
In Japan, yes, used panties out of a vending machine, and they also love dolls are the
huge.
They are innovating in terms of robotic companionship.
But listen, I always want to finish a point real quick as well. If you look towards all of the forms of entertainment that young men within modern society today, within Western society today have, they're coming up to a real fundamental decision, like bump commitment marriage. Let's just talk about dating. If the option is, yo, I can go over here and go on a Call of Duty LAN party with me and my partners for the rest of this Friday night and have a bang up time shooting terrorists in the head, versus going on a date with a modern woman today, these men are making rational decisions. There are men that are making rational decisions of, should I stay in tonight, beat off the hub, instead of going out and deal with the mouth of a modern woman. Like, legit, they're making these rational decisions.
But
and the technology today is bringing us farther apart than closer together. And the thing is like, that's the point of social media. It's supposed to bring you closer together, but it's a faux, it's a bringing closer together. It's not a closer together in reality. And in fact, it's bringing us farther apart because we have all of these short-term dopamine-driven options.